My name is Lance Smith. I am the President and Chief Operating Officer for Fusion IO. I'm happy to be here today because actually I'd like to talk about how easy it is for an OCP platform to take advantage of Flash. You know, over the last 6 years, it's been amazing. We started out with an idea of how to fill the void, or the performance gap, between hard disk drives and the processor's main memory, or DRAM. That idea led to IO Drive. The IO Drive product line brought to market and set the standard for PCI Express based flash-attached storage. PCI Express was chosen for its reliability, its performance, its low latency, its interoperability with servers, and more importantly, it allowed us to actually eliminate the typical hard disk drive protocol, the overhead, for interfacing to storage, and also allowed us to eliminate the need for any type of hardware RAID controllers. Now, we've seen phenomenal success at large enterprises and large hyperscale companies as they leverage Flash to accelerate their applications and also their services. Now, today, digital devices generate a lot of data, and it puts a significant burden on the infrastructure to support it. It also puts a burden onto the data centers. Last year, we introduced the IOscale product family to actually address this. IOscale is based on the same technology as IO Drive. However, it's been targeted to support those price-sensitive applications. Now, the other thing that we've done to ensure the adoption, the take-up of OCP, is that we contributed the electrical mechanical design of our 3.2 terabyte IOscale product to OCP. I'm happy to share with you today that Hive Solution and Quanta are partners and actually offer a fully configured OCP rack server with Fusion IO. Now, this in particular for Hive Solution is their OCP 1500 series, and for Quanta, their RackGo X server line. And one thing we've done over the last year with OCP is we worked on the very first software project. Now, the software project is called OpenMVM. And today it actually has 3 major projects. The first one is the FlashAware Linux swap. This is utilizing extended memory and accelerating the use of the swap function with Flash. The second one is accelerating object stores. Now, key value store interface has been designed so you can interface directly to Flash and actually accelerate that. And lastly is our Flash programming primitive. Our first installment into this Flash primitive is atomic writes to help speed up writes to main storage. Now, we've taken this work and we've gone to the community, and I'm happy to share today that Fusion IO is actually working with all 3 constituents of MySQL and actually implementing the atomic writes into MySQL. Now, if you like what you're hearing, later today at about 4:45 in the storage tracks, we have a couple of Fusion IO folks who will be presenting more information on the software optimization. Stop by and attend, you'll learn quite a bit more and more detail. So Fusion IO is dedicated to the scalable persistent memory solutions. We have always looked at NAND flash as not being the perfect media, and that's where we started out. We looked at it and we innately handle the challenges that non-volatile memory presents to our architecture. And our approach is creating products that actually have long yielding annuities, meaning long ROIs for the customer. When they deploy Flash, look, at first, Flash is expensive. It has, when you compare it to something like a hard disk drive, you have to get the value out of Flash. So it has to have the natural ability to accelerate those applications, not just be faster speeds and feeds. And we strive to continue to be a leader in performance and reliability. That is the #1 reputation that Fusion IO has today. The technology is the difference. Our architectural approach is balanced. We have a data and control path architecture that allows us to extract the potential, the potency of NAND flash in a server and application. We've attached it to PCI Express for the most optimal performance, Keep in mind, when you look at PCI Express, it's a good form factor. It allows us to actually have a tremendous amount of power available to it. It also allows the larger form factors for us to actually integrate more NAND dies onto a single controller. Now, when we take this approach, we don't use specialized or niche NAND. We use commodity NAND. We also have a secondary approach that actually is low over provisioning. We actually deliver more usable space for the amount of flash that's actually attached to our devices. All this is possible with our advanced NAND management. We have to ensure data integrity. We have to ensure that bits are not lost, or the wrong bits are not actually delivered to the application. We do this to ensure data integrity in the face of any catastrophic failure, including unexpected or premature NAND failures, or bad bits, or power loss, or failures in the system itself. You have to make sure that you can commit that data and make sure that it's actually persistent. I'd like to invite you to come over to our booth. It's at B8, and you see how IOscale can actually help your applications. We also give you the chance to win one of a dozen IOscales that are being raffled today, and have the opportunity to win one of a dozen that we're presenting. And I thank you for your time.